going to do a video today to show you how to fit the stainless steel. They're actually a chrome effect. You can see it's a mirror finished polished stainless steel, so they're not chrome plated steel, they won't corrode. They're stainless steel window rubber trim. So these go on to this sort of window rubber here that's between the door and the window, and it comes in three sections. So you've got this rear bit that's by the rear pillar, then the middle bit which goes on the rear door, and then a bit on the front door. Some cars have chrome window trims as standard, but Land Rover, they're always rubber. Now on some cars this rubber can degrade, and it actually does bubble in places, which is the steel that's underneath the rubber is corroding and bubbling. Actually on this car, even though it's an early 2005, they're pretty good. So these trims not only look good, they could cover up if you've got a bubbling trim, and if you've got good trims they will actually protect them from the UV and from the sunlight, so they should actually protect them as well. So in the pack, well, and I have to zoom back a bit, they're quite long, you've got 6 pieces. Now if I flip this one over here, in fact Tom, do you want to come and hold the camera, because you can stand a bit further back probably and help me a bit here. So each piece, I've said that you have to zoom in now Tom, each piece has got a number on here. So here you can see we've got R3, which means this is the rearmost part, or the third part on the right hand side. Okay, so that's the smallest bit, goes at the rear. Then this second piece, which is labelled R2, okay, and that goes on the rear door, okay. And you can see they're profiled here exactly, and we'll see they're on the car to meet the window rubber. And then the longest piece, which is labelled R1, goes on the front door. So the first thing you need to do before we start cleaning or anything is just check you're happy with the bits you've got. So let's just make sure we're happy with the fit. So we're going to take the rear part, okay. You can see we've got this angle, this pointed angle at the back here, Tom, where it goes on a slope. This matches obviously this end, so when we offer it up to the car, you want to line it up so it's just a little back, so it's not protruding from the rubber there. And then that should all line up along here, and that should meet up with the rear. If we look at the rear, it's probably tricky to see in the camera, is it Tom, because we've got a black car that reflects, and so that's the rear section there, okay. So that's that one. So once you're happy that that fits, because what you don't want to be doing is having it all clean, removing the tape, and then finding you're not sure where you're sticking it, or that your parts have been labelled wrong, or you haven't got a full kit, or okay. So this, again, it should be just short of the trim there, and you can see you've got the cutout there. Okay, so that's the middle door. We're happy, the rear door, sorry, we're happy with that one. And then the longest bit goes on the front, and let's just check we're happy with that. Okay, so we've got the rear there. Okay, underneath the mirror, yeah, check we're happy with that. That all looks sweet. Yeah, and then on that front corner, Tom, trying to zip there, mate. See, that all finishes nicely there on the front. All the angles look good on that. Okay, right, so we're happy with that. So what we now need to do, Tom's washed the car and just made sure these are clean. But then we've got 2 wipes with this. So these are the alcohol cleaning wipes. I'm sure you've seen these before. And we're just going to rub that just on the rubber area where we're going to stick. The adhesive seems to stick really well to the rubber. When we first launched this product, we weren't sure how well it would stick, but it's surprising. It really does stick well to it. So this will remove any grease or polish or sort of back to black car cleaning products that have been put on there, which will make the glue harder to stick to. Adhesive wipe will get rid of that. Okay, so we'll just do the one side for the video, and then we'll do the other side later. I don't think there's much logic as to whether you start at the front or the rear. I'm going to start at the rear purely because it's the smallest piece. So you've got double-sided tape pre-applied to these. It's just a question of removing the tape. It's not too bad on these. Okay, like so. Okay, now make sure the alcohol has all evaporated off the car there. Okay, and then I'm gonna start on this front edge. We've checked it already, so I know we want to be on there. Okay. Okay. Right. So that's that one done. Now again, when you do these, there's always a temptation to see how well they're stuck, which is really not a good idea because it takes about 24 hours for the adhesive to get full strength. So if you're there just testing how well it's stuck, invariably you will pull them off. And also don't go through a car wash in the first 24 hours because that's not a good idea either. Right, so we've got several bits of, they've put the adhesive on in different places here. Okay. What's that one? That's them. Okay, right. Now I'm not sure which edge we're going to go for. Let's make sure I've got it the right way up. So I'm looking for that little indent there. It identifies the top edge and the rear edge. Now I'm going to go fairly close to the back there. Just making sure we've got that corner in the right place. And then okay. Okay. Okay, so that's the second one on. Right, I'll do this one quickly now, and then I'll show you the next bit of the video. Gets the bit, the final tip we'll do is we'll show you how to put the silicone in at the end. So just bear with me while I do this last strip, and I'll show you where we use the silicone to cover up where the adhesive is visible. So here we go. So again, we're making sure we've got this angled corner at the front here, so we know which is the top edge. Now I'm going to start with this edge because this is going to be more visible. That's it. Okay, onto there. I'm going to let it find its own way, put the front on, and let the middle find its own way. There we go. Okay. Right. And just give that a press over there. Okay. Right. So with these window trims, we supply a tube of black silicone. So this is an RTV silicone, similar to you use for instant gaskets. So we're going to open that up. Okay, and what the little tip that we've got here is that if I open the doors, bear with me, I'm done with the key. There we go. Right, then if we look at the end here, you can see slightly where the adhesive is, and there's a gap. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put a little bit of silicone over this corner here. Here we go. Alright, now one tip is if you lick your finger, the silicone won't stick to it, and we're just gonna, it looks a bit amateurish this, but the effects that okay, when we finish, right, and then what we're going to use is baby wipes. Now we're a big fan of baby wipes here. Some baby wipes. And baby wipes are really good at cleaning silicone off. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to, where we've got it on the stainless, we're just going to brush it, push it that way, just to get it off the stainless there. And then when you look at the end, when that all dries out, you don't see the gap in the end. It gives it a much more factory finished look. So we'll provide the black silicone with that, and we think that enables you to just get a finishing touch on the end. So that's the finishing look. We're inside today because it's raining, so I'm not sure we'll be able to see the full effect of it, but we'll get Kate to take some pictures and put it on the website of it finished.